Howdy, Scary Gary here. Glad you guys came back for another week. Well, today we're going to talk about the slides on a trailer. Now, there are trailers with no slides. One comes to mind is the Airstream, which is supposedly the elite trailer. They have had over time, but I have seen as many as 5 slides on some trailers, but it's normally to have 1, maybe 2. Now what you have to remember when you get into slides are going to add more weight to your trailer, so you're going to have to really watch your towing weights, your tongue weights. So you'd probably wonder, why would you want a slide? Well, it's so that you have some more room in your trailer. This is what my trailer looks like when the slide is in, and this is what my trailer looks like when the slide's out. We can't even make it from the bedroom to the bathroom or to the refrigerator and the stove area if our slide is in. Now we're lucky enough we have 2 doors in our trailer, so we can always get in to load up, and when we stop on the side of the road to eat, it's like we have to go in the front door, get the things out of the pantry, put them on the counter, then go in the back door, then fix our sandwiches, fix whatever we need to. But it gives you a lot more space. And believe me, if it wasn't for our slide, I don't think I can talk Mary Lou into staying in a really, really small trailer. Now, when you have a slide, they need to be maintained. And they strongly recommend once a year. Maintaining it is nothing more than lubricating the seals, lubricating your slide mechanisms, checking the tensions of the slide mechanisms depending on what type you have. We specifically have a cable type in ours, and I just keep a close eye on it. There is some places recommend you actually have them adjusted. When we had the original Loretta, the guy that did our walkthrough of the trailer, he suggested that we put the slide out first, then we level it up. Now, I took some RV classes, and they strongly recommend that you level the trailer first and then put the slide out, which in some ways makes a lot of sense. You're talking about something that's coming out either on a cable or on a track, and if you are unlevel, especially if you're a little bit crooked one way or the other, it's not going to like coming out crooked, and it's not going to like going back crooked. So Loretta 2.0 has always been level before I take the slide out, and then we bring the slide in, then I raise the automatic leveling system. One additional important factor of the slide is you don't want to go in and out, or stop and start, or whatever, because then you get a situation where the gaskets, they're going to be out laying one way, and then as you bring it in, they start rolling back the other way. And the last thing in the world you want is a situation where you have a gasket that's partway in and partway out, and you leave it. I have a good friend that slide went out, and they have a hand crank for them. You just get into your book and you can figure out what you need to do. But he needed to take it in. He basically was hand cranking it out, but he didn't hand crank it out the whole way. And he kind of decided that he was going to be trading it in anyway. He wanted to go from a travel trailer with 1 slide to a 5th wheel with maybe 2 slides, maybe 3. So I said, okay. He paid about 17 grand for his trailer. He'd already talked to him, and he was figuring he's going to get about 10 after 3 or 4 years, and he used it quite a bit. So he says, that's fair. I can go ahead. I can make it. I understand depreciation. Unfortunately, when he was taking the slide out the last time, he didn't take it all the way out. See, there's a gasket on the slide when it's all the way in, where it comes in and it seals. There's a gasket on the slide when it goes all the way out. But guess what? When it's in the middle section, it's not fully sealed. And he was a little bit out. He thought he had it all the way up, but he wasn't a little bit out. So he got a lot of water in his trailer, a lot of floor damage. He went ahead and traded it in, but instead of the 10 grand he'd already been talking about, they gave him 5 grand. That was a pretty costly mistake. So again, make sure you take it all the way out, or you take it all the way back in, but don't leave it in the middle somewhere. And definitely don't go out a little bit and then back in, because that's going to mess the seal up too. You need to go all the way out and then come all the way back in. And don't do a back and forth. Well, I hope you've enjoyed, and I hope this has been informative. And I sure hope to see you guys next week.
If you like the video, make sure you give it a thumbs up.
Turn on your post notifications.
Put the comments down below. Subscribe and you make me happy.